formula. The coordinates of the point P xy, which divides the line joining A x1 y1 and B x2 y2 internally in the ratio m is to n, or given by x is equal to mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus 1, y is equal to my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n. Let us see how to prove this. Pxy divide AB in the ratio m is to n. Triangles 1 and 2 are similar. Triangle APR, PBS are similar. When two triangles are similar, their sides are proportional. This side is proportional to this side is proportional to this side, and this side is proportional to this side. We know this. We know that this side is m and this side is n. Let us find out these sides. This side. From this 0 from here to here, the distance is x. The distance between this point, the center, and this is, the x-axis is x1. Therefore, this distance is x minus x1 will give this. Similarly, this part, from here to here it is x2 on the x-axis. The point here it is x2. From here to here it is x. Therefore, this distance, that is PS, is equal to x2 minus x will give PS. Similarly, this part is equal to, from here to here it is y, here to here it is y1. Therefore, PR is equal to y minus y1. Here BS is equal to, from here to here it is y2, because this is y2. Here to here it is y. Therefore, BS is equal to y2 minus y. Because 1 and 2 triangles 1 and 2 are similar, their sides are proportional. AP by PB is equal to AR by PS, that is equal to PR by PS. We know the values of AP, that is m, PB, that is n. AR is equal to x minus x1, PS is equal to x2 minus x, PR is equal to y minus y1, BS is equal to y2 minus y. By equating m by n with x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x, we get the x value, that is m into x2 plus n into x1 divided by m plus n. To find out the x, we have both the places x, mn in the numerator, m plus n. M into x2, n into x1, m into x2, n into x1, m into x2 plus n into x1 divided by m plus 1 for the value of x. Then we'll equate m by n equals y minus y1 divided by y2 minus y1. By solving this, we get y is equal to my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n. M into y2 plus n into y1 plus n into y1 divided by m plus n. These are the coordinates of the point P, x, y, x and y. Midpoint formula. Mxy divides AB in the ratio 1:1. Earlier it was dividing m is to n. When it divides, Mxy divides on the midpoint, then the coordinate of the midpoint of AB or Mxy is given by x is equal to x1 plus m1 divided by 2, because m plus n, m is equal to 1 and n is equal to 1, n into x, n in m into x2 plus n into x1, that will become x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y is equal to y1 plus y2 divided by 2. These are the coordinates of the midpoint of AB when m divides AB in the ratio 1:1. Find the coordinates of the point P which divides the line segment joining A 8, 9 and B -7 and 4 internally in the ratio 2:3. The point P divides the line AB in the ratio 2:3. The coordinates of A is 8 and 9. The coordinates of B are -7 and 4. We need to find out the coordinates of the P, x and y. We know that x is equal to m into x2 plus n into x1 divided by m plus n. That is given by m. We know that m is equal to 2. They have given it as 2 and as 3. Substitute here. 2 x2 is -4. This is x1, x2, y1, y2, x1, x2, y1, y2. Substitute the values here. M is 2, x2 is -7, n is 3, x1 is 8 divided by m plus n. This is 2 plus 3, that is when you calculate you get 2. We know that y is given by m into y2 plus n into y1 divided by m plus n, that is equal to 2 into 4. y2 is 4, y1 is 9. 2 into 4 plus n is 3 into y1 is 9 divided by 2 plus 3, that will give 7. The coordinates of pxy is equal to p to 7. Find the coordinates of the points of trisection of the line joining the points A to 1 and B. Find the coordinates of the points of trisection of the line joining the points A to 1 and B 5 minus 8. A, B. This is a line joining the points A to 1, B 5, 8. This line is divided into trisection, that is 3 equal parts. That means, so we have to consider this m is to n in first part 1:2, because they are equally divided 1:1:1. When you take this one as 1, this plus this will become 2. So when you take this as a line, then for P is going to divide this AB in the ratio 1:2. In the second part, to find out the coordinates of Q, we need to take this part and this part. This part is 1 and this part is 1 plus 1, that is 2. So there are two sections here to find out the coordinates of P and Q. Find the coordinates of the points of trisection of line joining points A to 1 and B 5 minus 8. Once you do these three things, that is draw a line, divide that into 3 parts, because they are not given m is to n, we have to find out what is the ratio it has been divided to find out the coordinates of P and the coordinates of P, Q. So when it is divided equally into 3 parts, 1:1:1, when you want to find out the coordinates of P, we have to take this part is to this part, m is to n. M is 1, n is 1 plus 1, that is 2. In the second part, to find out the coordinates of P, Q, 1 plus 1 is 2, this is 1. So use the formula, the coordinates, to find out the coordinates of a P and Q, you need to find out, use the formula x is equal to mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n, y is equal to my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n. So let us find out the coordinates of P and coordinates of Q. Coordinates of P, this line. m into x2 plus n into x1. m is 1, x2 is 5, plus n is 2, x1 is 2, divided by 1 plus 2. Y is equal to m into y2. m into y2 is minus 8, n into y1 is 1. m into y2 plus n into y1 divided by m plus n. So the coordinates of pxy is equal to p3 minus 2. These are the coordinates of p. That is 3 minus 2 is the coordinates of p. So we'll go to the next point to find out the coordinates of q. Coordinates of q is given by x is equal to m. Here the m changes. m has become 2. 2 into x2, m into x2, 5, plus n into x1, m into x1 divided by m plus n, that is equal to 4. Y is equal to m into y2. y2 is minus 8 plus n into y1, that is 1 divided by m plus n. After calculations we got y is equal to minus 5. The coordinates of q are 4 minus 5. These are the coordinates of q. So you have to write this pictures, then it will become very easy. Use these formulas to find out p. Later on you use these two formulas to find out q. Only thing is, in this part m will become equal to 1 and n is equal to 2. In the second part m is equal to 2 and n is equal to 1. In what ratio p minus 3, 7 does divide the line joining between a minus 5, 11 and b 4 minus 4. Here all the points they have given. P they have given the point which divides the line AB. They are given the coordinates of the A and B. We need to find out the ratio. Let the ratio m is to n. Earlier we were using m and n here. Let the ratio m is to n be k is to 1. So why we have taken k is to 1? So then if you take k is to 1, we need to find out variable 1, only one variable k. That's why we have taken k is to 1. Later on we can find out the exact values of m and n. So if it is one variable, that's why we have taken k is to 1. A, B. The coordinates of A they given it as minus 5 and 11. P that is x, y minus 3, 7. x2, y2 that is 4 and minus 4. x1 is minus 5, y1 is 11. The coordinates of P are minus 3, 7. That is x, y is equal to m into x2 plus n into x1 divided by m plus n, m into y2 plus n into y1 divided by m plus n. We know the values of x and y. They have given it as minus 3, 7. These were x and y, minus 3 and 7. In place of m we have k. In place of x2 we have 4. Plus in place of n we have 1. In place of x1 we have minus 5 divided by m plus n, that is k plus 1. m into y2, that is k into y2 is minus 7 plus n into y1, 1 into 11 divided by k plus 1. We need to equate this with this or this with this. Let us equate, because this is x is equal to this part and y is equal to this part. We know the value of x, that is minus 3 is equal to 4k minus 5 divided by k plus 1. Cross multiplying we get minus 3k, minus 3k minus 3 is equal to 4k minus 5 after solving for k, this goes this side, 7k is equal to, this comes this side, 5 minus 3 is 2, k is equal to 2 by 7. We have found out k as 2 by 7. The required ratio is 2 by 7 is to 1. 2 by 7 is to 1. This can be written as, cross multiply this, 2 is to 7. So that means we have found out the ratio, that is 2 is to 7. That's why we took it as k is to 1. We can find out only one variable, so that later on multiply both sides with 7, this will become 2 is to 7. Given a line segment AB joining the points A minus 4 and 6 and B 8 minus 3, find the ratio in which AB is divided by the x-axis, the coordinates of the point of intersection, the length of AB. This is the line AB given by the coordinates of A as minus 4 and 6, B as 8 and minus 3. The line is going to divide the y-axis. The y-axis is going to divide this line at P. The y-axis, if the y-axis is dividing, this means the value of x is 0. Here x. If this is a line AB, if this is a line AB, if this is divided by the y-axis, if you consider this as x, this coordinate of x is going to be 0. Here it is 0. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. The value of x is 0. Therefore 0, this length is y, 0 y. So because this line is divided by the y-axis passes through the center of this thing, xy coordinates. So this x will be 0 here. Therefore the coordinates of the point P is 0. Value of x is 0 and this length is y. That is why it is y. We need to find out the ratio AB is divided by this thing. M is to n. Let the y-axis dividing the length AB in the ratio m is to 1. So we know the coordinates of x. Because x is equal to 0, we are taking m into x2 plus n into x1 divided by m plus n. m into x2 is 8 plus n into x1 is minus 4 divided m plus n. That is equal to x here, but x is equal to 0. So we can easily find out the value of m, that is equal to 1 divided by 2. Therefore required ratio is equal to 1 is to 2. If you consider this is m is to n, m is to 1 is equal to 1 by 2, therefore 1 is to 2. The ratio is m is to 1, that is equal to of is to 1, multiply both sides by 2, then that will become 1 is to 2, 1 is to 2. Then they are asking us to find out the coordinates of P. We already know that the value of x is 0, then we need to find out y. We know that y is given by m into y2 plus n into y1. m into y2 minus 3 plus n, we know the 2 into 6 divided by 1 plus 2. Just now we have found out m is to n as 1 is to 2, m is 1 and n is 2, 1 plus 2, m is 1 into y2, that is minus 3, plus n into y1, that is 6, that will give 3. Therefore the coordinates of point P is 0, 3. Then length AB, we need to find out what is the length AB. Once you know x1 y1 and x2 y2, it is very easy to find out AB. AB is given by square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. x2 we know it is 8, x1 is minus 4 whole square, 8 minus of minus 4 whole square, y2 minus y1, y2 is minus 3, then minus 6 whole square. This will give 144 minus into minus plus 4, 8 plus 12, 12 square is 144. This is minus 9, that will give 81. 144 plus 81 is equal to square root of 225, that is equal to 15 units. In the figure given here with the line segment AB, the line segment AB meets x-axis at A and y-axis at B. The point P minus 3, 4 on AB divides it in the ratio 2:3. Divides in the ratio 2:3. Find the coordinates of A and B. Line segment AB meets x-axis at A and y-axis at B. P minus 3, 4 divides AB in ratio 2:3. Find the coordinates of A and B. Here, because it is there on the x-axis, the y coordinate is 0. Because this point is there on the y-axis, therefore the x coordinate is 0 here. X is 0 here, y is 0 here. Therefore the coordinates of A will become x0, the coordinates of B will become y0y. So to find out x is equal to mx2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n minus 3. This point is minus 3 is equal to m into x2. M into x2 is 0. M into x2 plus n into x1. In place of x1 we have x divided by 2 plus 3 m plus n. After calculation we got x is equal to minus 5. This is minus 5. To find out y is equal to m into y2 plus n into y1 divided by m plus n. Here that is equal to 4. Y is equal to 4. 4 is equal to m into y2. M into y2, in place of y2 we have y plus n into y1. 3 into 0 y1 divided by m plus n, 2 plus 3. Therefore we got y is equal to 10. Hence the coordinates of A and B are minus 5, 0. The coordinates of B are 0 and 10. If A minus 3, 4 and B 8 minus 6 are 2 points, then find the length AB. The ratio, in what ratio is the line AB divided by the x-axis? Divided by the x-axis. Divided by the x-axis means y coordinate will become 0, because this line is divided by the x-axis where y is equal to 0. This is the x value, but y is 0 because it is divided by the x-axis. When it is divided by the y-axis, x will become 0. When it is divided by the x-axis, then y becomes 0. If y is 0, ask us to find out the length AB. Length AB. AB is given by square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. x2 is 8 minus of, you need to be very careful when they have given the minus value, 8 minus of minus 4. To make you confused or make you wrong, so they have given the minus here. Everybody uses 8 minus 4. That is not right. 8 minus of minus 4. This minus into minus will become plus. Here y2 minus 3 minus 6 minus 3 whole square. 8 minus into minus plus 12 whole square, that is 144. This is 9 minus 9 into minus 9 will be 81. That is square root of 225 is equal to 15 units. Let the ratio m is to n be k is to 1. Here also we have taken one variable, then it will become easy to find out the ratio. M is to n be k is to 1. The coordinates of P are x0. So let us find out the values of y, because we know the value of y, which is 0. don't take x. We know that value of y is 0. Therefore, y is equal to m into y2 plus n into y1 divided by m plus n. In place of m we have k, in place of n we have 1. y2 is minus 6, y1 is 3. Then we can easily find out the value of k. So these are this is the formula for y. Why we selected y? Because we know the value of y, so that we can find out easily the value of k. After solving for k, we got it k is equal to half. The required ratio is given by k is to 1, that is half is to 1, that will become 1 is to 2. In what ratio point A, B, A 3 minus 1 and B minus 7, 8 divided by the point P minus 1B. Hence find the value of B. So we need to find out the line joining, the ratio divided by the point. The line joining A and B divided by point, we need to find out the ratio. That the ratio m is to 1 and b k is to 1. Always take m is to n. Whenever you want to find out the ratio, you take it as k is to 1, one variable, so that it can be easily found out. We know the formulas for the point P xy is equal to m into x2 plus n into x1 divided by m plus n, m into y2 plus n into y1 divided by m plus n. They have given the point P as minus 1b. So let us use minus 1 because we don't know the value of thing. Equate this minus 1 with this, because this is x value, this is y value. Equate this. Minus 1 is equal to, this is m into x2. x2 is minus, this is x1, y1, x2, y2. m is k, x2 is minus 7 plus n into x1 divided by k plus 1. Then minus 7k plus 3 into 1, 3 divided by k plus 1. So here only one variable is there, k. We can easily find out the k. You can take either this is equal to this, or x is equal to this, or minus 1 is equal to this. We have taken this. X is equal to this, y is equal to this. We have taken this because we know this is minus 1. We can easily find out the value of k. So after solving for k, we got it as 2 by 3. K is equal to 2 by 3. The required ratio is k is to 1. That is, k is 2 by 3 is to 1. That will become, when you multiply both sides by 3, 2 is to 3. 2 is to 3, that is m is to n. Therefore, m is equal to 2, n is equal to 3. So they asked you to find out the value of b. The b is equal to m into y2 plus n into y1 divided by m plus n. What is m? 2. What is n? 3. m into y2. 2 into 9 plus n is 3 into minus 1 divided by 2 plus 3. Therefore, b is equal to 18 minus 3 divided by 5, that is equal to 3. Find the ratio in which the line joining A 6, 5 and B 4 minus 3 is divided by the line y is equal to 2. Also find the coordinates of the point of intersection. The line joining between A and B divided by the line y is equal to 2. This is the line which divides the line A and B. We need to find out the ratio, and also we should find out the coordinates of P, x and y. See, they are telling this line is divided by y is equal to 2. That means we already know the value of y as 2, because this is divided by the line 2, this point, that is y is equal to 2. We need to find out the ratio here. Let the ratio be m is to n, b k is to n. So the points p x y is given by x, y we already know, that is equal to m into x2 plus m into x1 divided by m plus n. In place of m we have k, x2 is 4 plus n into x1 divided by k plus 1, m into y2, m is k, y2 is minus 3, n into y2, 1 into 5 divided by k plus 1. Because we know the value of y, let us equate this 2 with this, x with this, 2 with this. 2 is equal to k into minus 3 plus 1 into 5 divided by k plus 1. Cross multiply, 2k plus 2 is equal to minus 3k plus 5. After solving we got k is equal to 3 by 5. 3 by 5 is to 1. Required ratio is k is to 1, that is equal to 3 by 5 is to 1, that will become 3 is to 5, where m is equal to 3 and n is equal to 5. P of xy. P of xy is given by k into 4 plus 6 divided by k plus 1, k into minus 3 plus 1 into 5 divided by k plus 1. We are using this formula to find out the coordinates of P. We already know the value of y, we can directly use it here. So by calculating this, we can find out the value of x, which has become 21 by 4. We know the value of y because this line is divided by the line y is equal to 2. Then we know the value of y is 2. If you calculate this also, you will get it as 2. Then the value of x you can find out solving for this. In the given figure, the line APB meets the x-axis at A, y-axis at B, and P minus 4, 2 is a point such that AP is to PB is equal to 1 is to 2. Write down the coordinates A and B. We have already done this type of problem previously. The AB meets the x-axis at A, the y-axis at B, and P minus 4, 2 is a point such that AP is to PB is equal to 1 is to 2. This m is equal to 1 and y is equal to. So if this meets at A on the x-axis means y coordinate is 0. B meets at y-axis means that x is 0. We can use the formula P of xy is equal to m into x2 plus n into x1 divided by m plus n plus m into y2 plus n into y1 divided by m plus n. Substitute the values of here. P is minus 4, 2, then m is 1, x2 is 0, plus n is 2, x1 is x divided by 1 plus 2, m is 1 into y2, that is y, plus n into y1 divided by 1 plus 2. Therefore minus p of minus 4, 2, that is equal to 2x divided by 3, 1y divided by 3. So you can equate minus 4 is 2x by 3, 2 with y by 3. We can find out the values of x and y as x is equal to minus 6 and y is equal to 6. Therefore the coordinates of x A is minus 6, 0. The coordinates of B is 0, 6. The coordinates of one end point of a diameter of a circle are 3 or 5. If the coordinates of the center be 6, find the coordinates of the other end of the diameter. The coordinates of one end point of a diameter are 3, 5. That of the coordinates of the center are 6, 6. Find the coordinates of the other end of the diameter. The one end of the diameter is 3, 5. Coordinates of the one end of the diameter is 3, 5. Coordinates of the center of a circle are 6, 6. We need to find out the coordinates of the other end. This is the problem. So we have written here the problem. So they are given the coordinates of one end of a diameter, coordinates of the center. We need to find out the coordinates of the other end of a diameter. We know that we are using the midpoint formula here because the center comes and the midpoint of the diameter. M of xy is equal to x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. C 6 is equal to x1 plus x2, 3 plus a divided by 2, 5 plus b divided by 2. So we equate this with 6 and this with 6. 3 plus a divided by 2 is equal to 6. 5 plus b divided by 2 is equal to 6. By equating these two, we get, after calculations, we got a is equal to 9, b is equal to 7. Hence the required point b is given by the coordinates b is given as 9, 7. Find the length of the medians of a triangle whose vertices are a 7 minus 3, b 5 minus 5 3 and c 3 minus 1. They were given the vertices of the triangle ABC. The coordinates of A as 7 minus 3, the coordinates of the vertices B as 5 3, C as 3 minus 1. A, B, C. They were given the vertices A, B, C. We need to find out the medians AD, BE and CF. To find out the medians, we can use the distance formula. For that, we need to find out the coordinates of D, E, F. We can find out the values of D, E, F because these are the midpoints of the side of the triangles. So we can use the midpoint formula to find out the D, E, F. The coordinates of the midpoints of the triangle are, for this, x1 plus x2 divided by 2, x1 plus x2 divided by 5 plus 3 divided by 2, then 3 minus 1 divided by 2 will give the coordinates of D. For this plus this divided by 2, this plus this divided by 2 will give the coordinates of x. This plus this divided by 2, that is 5, this plus this divided by 2 will give minus 2 coordinate of this. So we can easily find out the medians. Median AD is given by square root of 7 minus 4 whole square plus minus 3 minus 1 whole square, that will 5 units. Median BE is given by 5 minus 5 whole square, 3 minus of minus 2 whole square, that is 25 units. To a square root of 25 is 5 units. Median CF is given by 6 minus 3 whole square plus 0 minus of minus 1 whole square under square root sign, that will give root 10 units. So these are the values of median AD, BE and CF. The midpoints of the sides of a triangle are minus 2, 3, 1 minus 2 and 4, 5 respectively. Find the coordinates of the vertices of a triangle. In the previous problem, they were given as the vertices. We found out the midpoints. Now they are given the midpoints. We need to find out the vertices, coordinates of the vertices of a triangle. Here they are given the midpoints of this side as minus 3, 2, of this side as 1 minus 2 and 4, 5. We can use the midpoint formula. If we consider the vertices of this as x1, y1, this as x2, y2, this is x3, y3. So we can use the midpoint formula for this line and this line and this line separately. Then we can easily find out the values of x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3. So using the midpoint formula for this, x1 plus x2 divided by 2 is equal to minus 3, y1 plus y2 divided by 2 is equal to 2. x1 plus x2 divided by 2 is equal to minus 3, y1 plus y2 divided by 2 is equal to 2. For these two, the midpoint they have given it as 1 minus 2. Let us use the midpoint formula here. x2 plus x3 divided by 2 is equal to 1. y2 plus y3 divided by 2 is equal to minus 2. x2 plus x3 divided by 2 is equal to 1. y2 plus y3 divided by 2 is equal to minus 2. Out of these two, x1 plus x3 divided by 2 is equal to 5. y1 plus y3 is equal to 5. x3 plus x1 divided by 2 is equal to 4. y3 plus y1 divided by 2 is equal to 5. From this, x1 plus x2 is equal to 2 into minus 3, that will become minus 6. x1 plus x2 is equal to 2, x2 plus x3 is equal to 2, x3 plus x1 is equal to 8. Let us call this 1, 2, 3 equations. From this, y1 plus y2 is equal to 2 into 2, that is 4. y2 plus y3 is equal to 2 into minus 2, that is minus 4. y3 plus y1 is equal to 2 into 5, that is 10. We call it as 4, 5, 6. To find out, let us x values, let us add 1, 2, 3, because all these are x, these are y. Adding 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, adding. So because we have x1 plus x1, x2, x2, x3, x3, we can find out 2 x1s are there, 2 x2s are there, 2 x3. We can take 2 as common, x1 plus x2 plus x3. When you add these 3, 8 plus 2 is 10, minus 6 is 4. Therefore, x1 plus x2 plus x3 is equal to 4 by 2, that is 2. Now, we know that x1 plus x2 from 1, x1 plus x2 from 1 as minus 6. Replace this x1 plus x2 with minus 6 so that we can easily find out x3. This goes this side, x3 will become 8. Then use this x3 here to find out x2, that will become minus 6. Use the values of x2 to find out value of x. And use the value of x2 here, when this goes that side, then minus 6 plus 6 becomes 0. Now we have found out the values of x3, x2 and x1. Let us go to the other side to find out the values of y1, y2 and y3. Add 4, 5 and 6, or add all these three equations. Because we have two values of y2, y1 and y3, we can take 2 as common. y1 plus y2 plus y3 is equal to, when you add these three, this 4 and minus 4 get cancelled, then this is equal to 10. Therefore, y1 plus y2 plus y3 is equal to 10 by 2, that is 5. Then use the value of y1 plus y2, that is 4. Then y3 will become 5 minus 4, y3 is equal to 1. Then use this y3 somewhere here to get the value of y2, then find out y1. So now we know the coordinates of the vertices of a triangle are x1, y1. x1 is 0, y1 is 9, x2, y2, x2 is minus 6, y2 is minus 5, x3 is 8 and y3 is 1. It is very easy. So go through it once again. Don't make it complicated. Just use the midpoint formula for each side of a triangle, because there are 6 variables. We get 6 different equations if you use the midpoint formula. Use the midpoint formula between this and this, this and this, and this and this. When you substitute the values for this using midpoint formula, x1 plus x2 divided by 2 is equal to minus 3, like that. For all the things you get 6 equations, that is x1 plus x2 is equal to minus 6, x2 plus x3 is equal to 2, x3 plus x1 is equal to 8. Like that, we also get y1 plus y2 is equal to 4, y2 plus y3 is equal to minus 4, y3 plus y1 is equal to 10. So add these 3 equations and add these 3 equations, we get x1 plus x2 plus x3 is equal to 2 and y1 plus y2 plus y3 is equal to 5. We already know the values of x1 plus x2, then we can find out the value of x3. We know the values of y1 plus y2 as 4. Substitute here, we'll get y3. Once you get the one value, you can substitute somewhere and you can find out the other values easily. If you follow without any confusion, it will become very easy. Otherwise, it looks complicated. The three vertices of a parallelogram ABCD taken in order are A2 minus 1, B3 4 and C minus 3 4. Find the coordinates of the fourth vertex. This is a parallelogram. This they are given three vertices. We need to find out the other vertices D. ABCD is a parallelogram. We know that diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Let us take the coordinates of the bisector O x y. O x y is given by, because it bisects each other, this is going to be a midpoint of this line and this point is going to be a midpoint of this line. So because we know the two values here, let us take these two to find out the values of x y. Later we can use this values x of y to find out the values of a and b. Therefore oxy is given by this plus this divided by 2 comma this plus this divided by 2 will give the coordinates of the midpoint O as 0 1. Minus 2 plus 2 divided by 2, 3 minus 1 divided by 2, this is the coordinates of this O. We found out this as 0 and 1. We also know that if you take this midpoint of this diagonal, then 0 xy is equal to oxy is equal to a plus 3 divided by 2 comma b plus 4 divided by 2. Equate a plus 3 divided by 2 with x which is 0, b plus 4 divided by 2 with y which is 1. 0 is equal to a plus 3 divided by 2, 1 is equal to b plus 4 divided by 2. Therefore a plus 3 is equal to 0. Therefore we found out the value of a as minus 3, b plus 4 is equal to 2. We found out b as minus 2. Therefore the fourth vertex of the given parallelogram is DAB is equal to D of minus 3 minus 2. Centroid of a triangle. The point of intersection of the medians of a triangle is called its centroid. These are the medians of a triangle. These are the medians. This is the median. This is the median. This is the median. All three meet at a point. This point is called as a centroid. If this vertices is given by axy1, bx2y2, this is given by cx3y3, then we can find out, if you know the three vertices of a triangle, we can find out the value of a centroid, or if they are given any three, we can find out the other point. Therefore g of xy is given by, the centroid is given by x1 plus x2 plus x3 divided by 3, x1 plus x2 plus x3 divided by 3. Then the value of y is given by y1 plus y2 plus y3 divided by 3. So if they are given, there are 8 variables here. If they give any of the 6 variables, any combination, we can find out other 2.